Does this physical world give all the answers to all the questions of the human heart? Hi, Alex McFarland here, and welcome to the Truth for a New Generation webcast. Later this month, I've been asked to participate in a webinar on the failures of naturalism. And without going into too much detail, let me explain that naturalism is the assumption that all of the answers to life's questions and all knowledge must only be gleaned from recognition of this physical world. In other words, this physical world is all there is. Now, sometimes this is called methodological naturalism. And I've been at many a university where I would do a Q&A, and when it comes to questions like origin, purpose, destiny, the only kinds of answers that are allowed into the conversation in the minds of some people are answers that are physical, empirical, naturalistic. In other words, there's this grid that is the only way we're allowed to look at reality, and that is through a naturalistic lens. Now, we've got to dip into the big word bin a little bit, but to understand this question and unpack it fully, let's talk about epistemology. Epistemology is how we know what we know, and it comes from a Greek word, pisteuo, which means trust and knowledge. We know things, and we make assumptions, and we guide our lives by our epistemic basis. Now, for most people throughout history, their epistemic basis included recognition of this physical world. You know, if there's a hole in the ground, I don't want to fall into it. But there was also acknowledgement of God and morality. We are living in a time in American life where there are more methodological naturalists leading our culture than ever before. In other words, they're not allowing in answers that go beyond the physical world. But think about the shortcomings of naturalism. That can't tell us how we got here or where we're going or why we should love others. But yet our founders, they framed this country that we all enjoy with something more than just the physical world in view, God and moral truth. Now, we're going to come back to that in a minute, but I want to give away a book. The book Abandoned Faith is going out to a viewer, Meemaw Willis. And Meemaw, thanks for watching. And this book on how prodigals can be brought back to God and the church. If you're a mom or maybe a grandparent, I don't know, but I know a lot of young people are brought back to God and truth because of the love and prayers of some Meemaws that I've met around this country. So you're getting Abandoned Faith. And folks, if you would share this publicly, we'll put your name in the list to be a part of our book giveaway that we do every week. And we've got a lot of resources to help you know what you believe and why. But let me conclude by sharing something. I went to the store 2 days ago to get something, and I come back to my car, and there's a car with the hood up, and a black gentleman is hovered over the engine, and I thought maybe he had car trouble. But as I got closer, there were two elderly white women in the car and a black man helping them get started. And he asked if I had jumper cables. Within 2 minutes, we had got the battery hooked up and we got them started. They were on their way with a look of relief on their face. And he said, "Thank you." I said, "No, man, thank you for helping them." The man looked at me and he said, "Hey, we're all God's children. We got to love each other. We got to help each other." I said, "Man, you got that right. God bless you." And our eyes met. He smiled. He said, "God bless you." Now look, in a naturalistic survival of the fittest world, you just say, hey, they're less fit because they couldn't get their car started. Why should I compromise my fitness by taking time to help them? But there's something beyond the naturalistic world, and it's the soul. The soul connects us to God and to each other. And more than ever, I believe America needs something more than just physicalism. We need God and the love that the Holy Spirit can put in each one of us, not only for God, but for each other. The founders knew this. Great leaders have known this. We need to rediscover this. So how about we step away from rigid naturalism and go beyond that to our knowledge of moral truth and God. Hey, thanks for watching Truth for a New Generation. Pray for America. Look forward to seeing you next time on the Truth for a New Generation webcast.